you can see behind me now we're at Belgravia Park. So this is the hub for this community. And I love real estate. Of course, I've got to talk about real estate. There's about 875 properties that are in this Belgravia area. And currently, today, if you were shopping in, looking for a new property or a new home for sale, there's 28 properties for sale. So very small portion of the entire neighborhood. But of course, I love the history of neighborhoods. And one of the things about real estate is learning about all the neighborhoods across the city. And really fascinating for me for Belgravia in general. We've got, of course, the beautiful parks and design, but to learn a little bit more about when Belgravia came to be. So in the early 1900s, up until about 1960, the properties in Belgravia were developed by a gentleman named Robert Tegler. So if you were here in Edmonton in the area before about 1982, you might remember a building downtown Edmonton that was called the Tegler Building. And of course, that was Robert Tegler's building himself, who brought attention to Belgravia when he settled in here as a land developer in about 1912 and continued to build out Belgravia from then. Now, there was also a radial railway that came here to about 116th Street, which of course looks like those streetcars that we have today. And that streetcar system, or that radial railway, was a connection from when it went to Gorneau, and then of course Gorneau across to downtown. So really cool history there, and a really cool history about Belgravia. Of course, being a fan of people's history, I really like to share that with you and help you learn about the neighborhoods you would like to maybe live in one day with you and your family. So So we were talking about how beautiful Belgravia is and the community itself, and we can't miss, of course, one of the most attractive things about Belgravia is Saskatchewan and University Drive ravine views. So you can see behind me this beautiful ravine view. You can see behind me there's trails as well for people to walk and bike. And of course, who wouldn't want to live in a nice part of the city with this being right out your front doorstep, and or a great place to meet your friends and family for any holiday time you spend together. Now also in Belgravia, you can see the location is so close to the university. Behind me here, I've got the K Center. On the right, we've got the Cross Cancer Institute, and of course, University of Alberta, just right close by here. Now we've got the LRT Belgravia McKernan Station just around the corner, which of course is only a couple of stops to downtown, which is extremely quick and location for people who are university, people who are professionals. So this part of the neighborhood is really sought after just because it's so amazing to walk and easy to get around, but also some really important locations to access for students and professionals. Okay, today we're standing in front of our newest infill. It's a skinny home that's being built in Belgravia. And one of the nice things about Belgravia in general is the collection or the variety of types of houses. So we've got homes built way back in the 1920s and 1940s and 50s and 60s. And of course, as you're looking around Belgravia or driving through Belgravia, you're really going to notice the huge lots, but the nice infill homes that are fully developed, big yards, beautiful roof lines. The architecture in general is really nice here. So we're glad you could get a sneak peek of our newest project coming up here in 2021. And it's going to be this lot right behind us here. And so far it's going to be a single family home. And we're just applying for the permits now to start construction. So as we can see around this neighborhood, it's going to have beautiful views. It's going to have big, beautiful trees. It's going to have wide streetscapes. And of course, we're in Belgravia, so a beautiful location.